Bang, bang. What's up, you guys? I hope you're doing well. Bitcoin today on a Wednesday. Well, and as we know, not a good week so far for the Bitcoin. We're going sideways, but before we actually check for Bitcoin, we look to the overall market. And as always, S&P 500, biggest index in the world, mainly red. Why is this? We get today the CPI data, so the most important inflation indicator for the United States, and the market is nervous because expectations say, well, it should go down, but nobody knows. And this is something which is very relevant for the rate hike expectations. For this reason, we quickly check them. And interesting, from yesterday, we see change. Only 75%. Yesterday it was 85% belief we saw peak. 25% believes maybe we see another 25 base points. Not good, but we will get the answer today. Anyway, well, here we have something new because since it's May now, and the main question is, what will be the future most likely according to the expectations from the market regarding the rate hikes? And interesting is, you see this on these blue fields here, that the market believes that in the second half of the year, we will see, because of decrease of inflation, a decrease of interest rates. Bear in mind, we are on 5% in Europe, in the US, and 3.5% in Europe. And the market believes that most likely we see 2% decrease in the US by the end of the year. That would be very bullish for the market, by the way, and for the Bitcoin itself. All right, we quickly check the gold price indicator for safe haven. We stay stable on $2,030. I said it very often, we are not far away from taking out the all-time highs we had already with 2,100. And here we come to the Bitcoin. Pretty much the same like yesterday. 27,680. We are going sideways. Very little volume. No buyers, no sellers. Well, nobody's really interested in the Bitcoin. Later we will check the Bitcoin trend from Google, but I'm pretty sure there is not much interest. And RSI is also very low. So it looks all a little bit boring, I would say. We come to the market capitalization on 1 gold, on 5 silver, and Bitcoin on 12. Bear in mind, we were up to 10, but now we are down to 12 after Tesla with 535 billion. We quickly have a look to the overall picture, and I zoomed in very much today in order to show you. It's about this MACD here. I talk since weeks about it. And it's just about that the MACD is going to touch the blue line. Probably a matter of weeks, we will see. That would be the real start if we have this bullish crossover from a new bull run. Would be great. And in this respect, halving clock, Bitcoin halving clock. You know, the most important event for Bitcoin every 4 years. 333 days we have to wait. April 7 in 24 is most likely going to be the day. And historically, you know, before this event and after this event, a huge bull run took place. Okie doke. So, middle of the week, Wednesday, waiting for the CPI data, and will be very important for the overall stock market. And also for the technology side, because interest rates and tech, this is very much related. And as you guys know, Bitcoin is very much related to the tech as a risk asset, like the Nasdaq and so far and on, because we are really in a side situation in the moment. And maybe we see a breakout today. Who knows? Let's check the technical trend indicators. Okie doke. Fear and greed in the middle zone. Not really fear and not really greed, I would say. Heat map, like yesterday, more red. This is the same thing, anticipating, not knowing what's going to happen, uncertainty, that's what it is, dominance, no change. Here, a trend change is on the horizon. I spoke about it since Monday. We reached the bottom of this future thing here. So market has been future driven up until now. We saw a lot of long squeezes, but here the change comes over 47 million active loaded wallet addresses. Strong increase, very positive for the near future. Bitcoin Google trend, and this I would say we look in detail today because it's a downtrend, as you can see. People lose interest in looking for Bitcoin. For this reason, we look into the countries who is interested. It's like always El Salvador, Nigeria, Netherlands, Slovenia, Switzerland on 5, Austria 7, then Turkey, Germany, Belgium, and Canada. And here I jump a little bit further, looking to find the United States. And, well, I find the United States on place 28. This is very important. So the US market is not interested at this point of time in the Bitcoin. And this is absolutely relevant. If you want to see an increase in price, the US has to come into the business. This is why we have so long volume. This is the next thing we see here. Volume very low. It's just driven by Europe. Not enough buyers and sellers. And now we come to the technical trend indicators. And Bollinger Bands, first of all, we are on the downside of a Bollinger Bands, as you can see on the red line. And also the bands gets closer. So pressure is increasing. Decision has to come. The same on the MACD. Twice we have been rejected. Usually market goes in waves, green, red, green, red, green and red. And here twice we have been rejected to get into a green zone. And 40% RSI, meaning there are more sellers than buyers. Not good. People are waiting for better prices maybe. Bear in mind, maybe it's a good time to accumulate now. Momentum indicator says, well, no up, no down, sitting on $26,000, $27,000, something like. Well, the cycle model, $900 difference between model price and real price. Amazing, by the way, how good this model is. This model we started in October last year, and since that time, the model matches really well with reality. This is important. Why is it important? Because the model gives a target price for the halving. Here, this model about 41,000. The second model, it's a little bit a different mathematical method, but more or less the same, says 43,000, all in all 42. Fibonacci, the same like yesterday. We're sitting in the 50% zone. We're waiting for decision. And, well, it's not fish, it's not meat. Waiting for the breakout. Here, moving average 50 to 200 days. And this is the long-term perspective, what happened since the halving with the Bitcoin. And you see these huge green periods, red, green, a very long red. That was the decrease in price by 80%. But we had the bullish crossover, the golden cross, 50 days moving through the 200 days. And yeah, this was the start from the bull run. Another 11 months we have to be patient. Finally, here you can see Bitcoin on a historical base. Play around here. This website is interactive. Bitcoin moves on logarithm regression model since he started, and most likely it will go on like this. Okie doke. Finally, we come to the miner index. We got a lot of inquiries from you guys via email. You said, well, can you extend this because this is interesting? Yes, since today we have it. The upside, where the red and blue, you see the Bitcoin and the performance of the miners, or the shares of the miners since the last halving in May 20. And new is now underneath the short term because people said, well, can you do the same thing since the bottom? Yes, we can. We try to do everything for you guys. So anyway, these red and blue lines, they start on November 21. As you can see here, it's interactive 22. Interesting is, since this, the shares from the mines made about 100% profit. the Bitcoin itself made about 71. So all in all, our prediction for the next halving, April 7, 24, is still about $42,000, coming from today, $27,000. So quite a substantial increase is on the horizon. And I hope it was valuable information for you. Would be great to see you tomorrow again. Thanks and bye-bye.